Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Crimson Arts Podcast, where today we'll be discussing a franchise and its non-canon game that came out yesterday. We'll also discussing how TikTok and UMG screwed up this week, as well as a certain hedgehog coming back to theaters in a bit. I'm your host, Raj Chetta, and I'm with me. We have.
Hi, everybody!
I couldn't resist. What's up, guys?
As you can see, it's Steve Murdoch. So
Ciao,
before
come stai?
before we officially begin the actual proceedings of today's episode, God, why do I sound like a freaking court, a court judge? Please stand for the occasion. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. But
You don't have a gavel sound effect, though.
uh-huh. What?
Put this.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I'm being so stupid right now. Just a second. Share. All right, before we begin, as almost everybody has known already, yesterday was unfortunately the untimely passing of Carl Weathers. So this is a little bit of a tribute that I found on.
That unfortunately caught me off guard.
Yeah, it caught everybody off guard. So let's just take a time to watch this tribute from Hold on a moment. Pro Dynamics. Let's just take a look at this.
Don't feel bad about me. I got my hand back, see? We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, kiss for luck and we're on our way.
Watching Rocky 4 is going to be a heck of a lot more harder.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. Oh my God.
Also, I don't know if it actually was true or not, but I'm just going to come out and say that that Sergeant Johnson from Halo might have been based on him from Predator.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you.
It kind of looks like him a little bit if you think about it.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, you know what? Screw it. If they did the whole Halo, but if as an 80s sci-fi, Carl Weathers would definitely play as Sergeant Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be really that is just that caught me off guard as well. And he was also the Mandalorian. I almost forgot about that.
Also, wait, when he passed away, was he in like his 70s?
Hold on. Let me look that up.
So then, at the very least, he lived a decent life.
Let's see. He passed away at the age of 76. Yeah.
That's actually an impressive run.
Yep. And it's according to his family issued a statement saying he died peacefully in his sleep. So that's good. That's good.
It's good. There wasn't any tragedy. He just went out like happily in his dreams.
Yeah.
At the very least, he lived a good life. Like, some people don't even get to that part, and my great grandmother literally passed away like when she was almost 100.
That's wow.
Okay.
And a lot of Carl Weathers' past co-stars, from Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, the cast of The Mandalorian,
they're all giving their eulogy.
Yeah, they gave out their own individual condolences here and there. So yeah, my Crimson Arts offers our heartfelt condolences.
Our absolute condolences. He really was an amazing actor, and I'm sure. And I know I never met him in real life through like a convention or anything, but I'm sure he was an awesome dude.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Dylan.
Rest in peace, Dylan.
You know what I just realized? He's entering heaven right now and meeting God or Jesus going, "You son of a bitch."
There's a fan artist by the name of Boss Logic. He actually made an exact recreation of that meme, but instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger,
it's Jesus or God.
What the heck? Huh. Chubbs made it into the afterlife officially. Crazy. Chubbs is his character from Happy Gilmore, just so you know.
I kept forgetting he was in that movie. That's actually a good one. One of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. I'm not too big on his movies, but there are some that I do like. The two that I actually do like is Happy Gilmore and Waterboy.
Yeah, same.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. I actually can't believe the Fonz was in that movie.
So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I am going to showcase another condolence tribute video, but it's not on a real person. It's a fictional character. But this is a character that most of us hold very near and dear to our hearts.
Shit. I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, to anyone who saw my stream last night, this is the thing I was kind of warning about. Yeah. Anyone who at Rocksteady or Sweet Baby Inc., you might want to run.
Yeah, because I'm not happy. I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy. Ask me why, Bob.
Why?
Anyway. Be specific, Bob.
Why are you unhappy?
Your shitty new game made me unhappy.
You know what? At this point, I might as well just do this. I like it, cut, G.
Okay. So let's go back in time to the year September 2009. Excuse you. Jeez. No, actually, no, not 2009. That's the month and year it came out. Let's go back to fall of 2008, where I got my copy of The Dark Knight on DVD, and I put it in. I was excited to see this.
By the way, I just found something in my room.
Oh yeah, there it is. I gave that to you years ago.
Yeah.
How did you get it out?
Souvenir stuff.
How did you get it out?
Wait, what do you mean? How did I get it out?
I've been trying to figure out how to get that for years. Like, it was on the stand, right?
It just kind of fell off.
Wow, lucky you. I couldn't fall off from me.
Actually, if I could sharpen the sides, I could probably like stab someone with the eye with it, or I don't know. I don't know if it would also. I think it might be like a decent projectile weapon. I don't know.
Okay, so back in 2008, when I picked up my copy of The Dark Knight, it was like we had.
Yeah, you saw the Batman shirt. I just wanted to get appropriate.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I saw as a kid, basically when I was in 8th grade. Right. So here we go. This is the teaser.
I don't know if I've actually seen it. Oh my god, the late 2000s DC logo. I missed that. Wait, Eidos worked on this game?
Batman Arkham Asylum coming soon on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and games for Windows.
Become the Joker exclusively on PlayStation 3.
Hey,
Actually, would you remember seeing that commercial on like Adult Swim?
Yep. Hey, lovely sunny weather. Welcome back to the Crimson Farts podcast.
Did you just say Crimson Farts?
This guy loves to make a joke out of her name by instead of calling Crimson Arts, it's Crimson Farts.
Sharkman coming to Xbox One and Nintendo. Oh my god, that's funny.
It is. That is really fun. Oh.
Well, how about the PlayStation Tree?
Oh, get the fuck out. So anyway, as you saw, that teaser for Arkham Asylum got me super pumped up. And I got the game September 2009. It was like literally the first week of high school. Actually, that's when it came out. It came out during my freshman year of high school. Like the minute I stepped into high school for the first time, I got Arkham Asylum.
2009 is... I know a lot of people say that 2007 was considered one of the best gaming years, and even like 2023, well, if you're a developer. But I swear to God, 2009 was stacked.
It really was.
Yeah, Batman Arkham Asylum, you had Halo Wars, you had Left 4 Dead 2, Halo 3 ODST, goddamn Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It was insane. Oh, and Killzone 2.
What do I do for a living? Right now, I'm a security officer at a senior care center. This numbskull.
I work as an IT field technician for a company up in Florham Park.
But I'm trying to get this channel up and running. I want to be a filmmaker. I love films. I love art. I love entertainment and all that. The reason why we started this originally was to promote this 5K run we did at the beginning of this year.
It was for a company that one of my relatives worked at, and the marathon was going to be taking place at Orlando.
Yeah, so now that that's over, I didn't want to feel like this channel was all for nothing, and I thought, you know what, let's keep it going, and let's treat Saturdays as more of a just relax, reflect on the past week, and thank you. Exactly. So that it's just a chance for us to relax and goof off, especially with this soundboard. But today, I will also have a series of discussions. I would like to right now we're talking about the Arkham franchise.
Oh, by the way, Raj, just a bit of a heads up.
Drink your prune juice!
Fine, I will.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. I'll have you know that there's no pussy.
Yeah, I kind of watched Game of Thrones a few times. Fucking hilarious show, and I definitely recommend it. Especially the... What the fuck?
Vengeance.
Blarkman.
Blarkman. I am justice. I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am this random dipshit.
You are a rich kid with a sad rich kid with parental issues.
Okay. Anyways, back to Arkham. So I got the game, installed it, and I couldn't stop playing the game. And I got it on PlayStation 3 because the whole Joker. And
so this fucker decided got to play as the Joker and probably kick people in the balls and hit the gritty before getting shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, I keep seeing that video and I keep laughing my ass off. Like, let's be honest, the Joker would definitely be a shit poster. That's why I also love the video with the two Jokers from Injustice going, "You look familiar, as do you." Yeah! And they just hit each other and you get like the meme metal pipe sound effects.
It is.
Oh, play the other. Now play the other one. You look familiar, as do you. You might need to search it first.
You look.
I think it's that one. Yeah.
You look familiar, as do you.
They hit the pipes that destroy the universe.
It's so unbelievably cursed.
I'm sorry. I just love those ones. Also, still can't believe the guy who played the Joker in the Injustice games was also Joseph Joestar from JoJo, and a whole bunch of other ones, and Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
We're getting a little off track here. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, I played it, and
Something completely different.
Little did I know, little did everyone know at the time that Rocksteady, like, this is how ingenious Rocksteady was at the time. You know, they actually included a hidden Easter egg that is supposed to be teasing the next game, which we all know now is Arkham City. But we didn't know at the time. We didn't know that like how successful this game was going to be. They hid. If you go to the warden's office, like, and you apply like 3 pieces of explosive gel, you will uncover this scene. Hold on. Batman Arkham.
I guess while we're talking about this, I might as well talk about my experience when it came to most of the Arkham games. Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. For a long time, I've never actually played any of them. And it's not because I don't like Batman. Fuck no, he is actually one of my favorite superheroes ever. It's just whenever it came to him, I usually preferred watching either the movies or a lot of the TV shows. Particularly the one that I attached to the most.
Like, there's like a emphasis on the stealth aspect of these games, and he's not that good in stealth. That's what.
However, over the years, I have at least tried to do a little bit better with stealth, and even in some cases, tried. I mean, not only did I kind of do actually decent with it in Wolfenstein: The New Order, but I decided to try like a full-blown stealth game out for a little bit with the original Metal Gear Solid. And on one hand, it's actually really good. Like, I thought the characters and story were pretty good, and even some of the bosses were really interesting. I mean, even the Psycho Mantis one still kind of caught me off guard. But I think my problem with though I will say for that one, as like my first true like stealth focused game, it was still like really tricky to do. And thankfully, it wasn't the whole, oh, you got caught, you got to go back to the last checkpoint, because I hate those kinds. I prefer the ones where, at the very least, you have a chance to escape, as opposed to, oh, you got seen? Oh, too bad, you got to go back. But, yeah, basically that. After a while, I decided to finally just suck it up and try the original Arkham Asylum, at least, I think, about a year or 2 ago. I might be wrong. And I'm going to be honest, it was actually really good. I don't know if I would say it was my favorite superhero game, but then again, this is the first one in the Arkham series, so this is kind of more of a foundation game.
It was foundational for sure, but at the time, I thought it was one of the greatest things I've ever experienced. That wasn't until well, hold on, I'm about to make the teaser.
Let me at least just say one more thing. Like, I'll say this for the stealth. One thing I do like about it is it's not like a simple, oh, you pick them off and that's it. No, the more you take out, the more scared and frantic they get, and thus it makes it a little bit harder to take out the rest with just simply stealth. You have to use all, like, if you have every bit of gadget that you were acquired in the game, you have to use all opportunities, you know, and that like makes you literally feel like Batman, and that's a big step up from most games in the genre. And there was still a lot of like story and even boss battles in the game that was still legitimately good. I mean, I think the ones that I still remember the most were all the Scarecrow stuff, like the scenes with you trying to navigate like this huge like world he was in the middle of was awesome. The part where it looked like my game got corrupted and what the fuck was awesome. The Killer Croc one was actually pretty cool too. The only thing I just wasn't a big fan of was the final boss, especially since look, it's Joker, but I'm like, should not, like, even when there's like a big buff dude or something, he's like, sorry, I can't talk right now. He tries to swipe at you a little bit. He gets to the top. He sends his minions out to you, and then like a fucking dumbass, he later just turns his back, mocking the helicopter, while you have an easy chance to like pull him down and attack. And I'm like, seriously?
Yeah,
like, I don't care if he's also like a bit of a Joker. The guy is usually pretty damn smart. Like, why the fuck would he do that? Still a great game, don't get me wrong, but there were some things that I think was maybe a case of burst games Syndrome and other ones that were like, what the fuck? But the rest of it is still pretty awesome. And I would say have to say my favorite boss battle out of the whole thing was the Poison Ivy fight. That was awesome.
It really was. Yeah, that's my favorite fight as well. Because it felt right. It felt at home. You know what I mean? But anyway,
Yep.
Like almost pretty much January 2010. This is when everybody found out that there was a secret room in the warden's office. So if you go here, just watch the video.
Wait, people didn't find about this till like 2010?
Yeah, nobody found out until much later. I think, someone at Roxy informed IGN that, hey, this is what you have to do. You got to go to this room, apply 3 pieces of explosive gel, like he's doing right here. Okay. Okay, right. Move back. Back C. Move back. Thank you. There we go. And there we go. There's this hidden room where
And before I continue, I just realized something. I know he was trying to do like that one final blow on Titan Joker, but how the fuck did his arm not get blown off? And I don't mean like simple scars, like full blown, just destroyed.
I have no idea. Anyway, so as you can see, hold on. As you can see, this right here, this portion of Gotham City, this is what eventually becomes Arkham City. And nobody knew this was going to be the case until 2010, where we got this Easter egg finally revealed. This has been in the game since the very beginning, and nobody knew about it, which was crazy. And then, but hold on, Asylum 2 trailer here. At the time, nobody knew it was going to be called Arkham Asylum 2. This is what everybody got.
Probably a good idea they didn't just simply call it Arkham Asylum 2. Also, let's be honest, this is literally like the Gotham equivalent of Escape from New York.
Yep. So that's what everybody saw at the time. And hold on, I'm gonna remove that for a moment. Like everybody saw that at the time, and I was like, "Wow, holy shit! We're getting a sequel to Arkham Asylum, one of the biggest games of 2009, right?" And nobody knew at the time that there was that hidden room. That I believe that hidden room Easter egg was finally revealed to us after the teaser came out, and for a time, it wasn't titled Arkham City. It was titled Arkham Asylum 2 for a while. And from then on, I decided to keep all expectations low. I was not even paying attention to anything until, I believe, summer of that year. That's when they officially announced the title for Arkham City. I'm not entirely sure when they officially revealed the title name. But I waited until 2011, right? And Best Buy, for some reason, was doing a deal where if you pre-order 5 games for like $5 or some shit. I don't know what that was, but it was a massive deal that if you're a Best Buy member and like you pay $5 for 5 separate games. And those games include, for me, I got Gears of War 3, Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 3. Assassin's Creed Revelations, yeah. Weirdly enough, 2011 was the year of 3s, wasn't it? Like I just named the 3rd game in each franchise. We got, like I said, Modern Warfare 3, Gears of War 3, Battlefield 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations, which is the third game in the Ezio trilogy, and Arkham City, right? So I got the game on release day. Picked it up
Wait,
from
I don't know
Best
if I
Buy.
caught it, but did you get Portal 2 as well?
No. Those are, like I said, it was only 5 games I had to choose, and I wasn't really interested in Portal at the time. Now I clearly
I
am.
was, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's only
unfortunately,
three.
like for 2011, it definitely seemed like Arkham City was your game of the year. Mine was Portal 2 because I absolutely love Valve, and I was definitely into a lot of Valve games at the time, especially playing more of the Orange Box. So when I heard Portal 2 was coming and I decided to try it out, it became an absolute awesome game.
But what made it hit home the most for me was
Hold on, I'll be right back.
okay, go ahead. What made it hit home the most for me was that, like, I didn't see any trailer, anything for Arkham City at the time. I decided, like I said, I kept expectations incredibly, ridiculously low. So I'm like, you know what? Well, I'm just gonna wait and actually play the game before I look at reviews or any of that nonsense. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because the minute I put in my copy of the game, which included the Catwoman DLC and all that, because if you got just a fresh copy of it like months later, you won't be able to get the Catwoman DLC, I believe. But I think they changed that once they released the Game of the Year edition for Arkham City. But anyway, so I put it in, couldn't stop playing it. It's one of my favorite games of all time, personally. They improved a lot of the mechanics from the first one. The stealth has definitely improved. It felt more refined. It's the most refined game in the series. And I just couldn't get enough. It really is. It changed the landscape. Both Asylum and City changed the landscape for comic book video games. And like Rocksteady was pretty much at their peak here. You know? Then we were, and like everybody else, we were all anticipating the next game, which we all knew was hold on, I don't have the case with me right now, so we were all waiting for Arkham Knight, but that game wasn't coming out until 2015. So there was a giant time gap between releases, right? Yeah, there was a giant time gap between releases. Silent came out in 2009, City came out in 2011. So there's a big gap between releases from 2011 to 2015. Thankfully, WB Games came up with the idea of creating a prequel game called Batman Arkham Origins. And this is widely regarded as the black sheep of the Arkham series. And I can understand why. It's more or less just a carbon copy of City. Like, Arkham City, the map of Arkham City is reused, but there's an additional other island of Gotham for you to explore. The story is amazing. It's set during Christmas. It's why I played this game every December. I'm taking a break from it now, obviously. So once December rolls around, we'll be back on here. Don't you worry about that. But we were just, we were all anticipating it, and I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. I love this game. It's not a masterpiece like City, but it's not a bad game. It really isn't. But the thing that really drew my attention to it was the teaser. The teaser was great. Like, hold on a minute. Stage. There we go. Yeah, this is set during Christmas time. This is like at the time. This was the only holiday themed game I've ever picked up.
Go, move it out. Drop it there, fellas. Oh, come on. Frank, check the breaker.
There's Boom.
Looks like you got my invitation. Just you and me. Come on!
Not so fast, Deathstroke. He's my kill.
Yeah, by the way, that's the real Deathshot. That's the real Deathshot. But I'll get more into that a bit later.
No. And next time, keep your other assassins out of my way.
You had your shot, Deathstroke. But you're not the only assassin in town. And the night is young.
That's a great trailer, man.
I want to see Black Mask in the Matt Reeves films.
What?
I want to see Black Mask in the Matt Reeves films.
Yes, I agree. That would be so cool. That would be really freaking cool, man. I think he might make an appearance in the Penguin TV show, actually. Yeah.
Honestly, like, forget the Joker. I'm trying to think of what villains could work in that particular universe.
I've heard Go right ahead.
Oh, by the way. I have Arkham City right now on my Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
So-
I'm getting rid of that fucking thing. I've had that thing for years.
Okay, I love Arkham City, duh. But like, Arkham Origins, like I said, is considered the black sheep, or now was considered the black sheep of the franchise because of what just recently came out. Like the game, I absolutely enjoyed. I thought the story was incredible. Even though it was pretty predictable what Joker was doing in this game, but I didn't care. I enjoyed it. I loved every bit of it. I thought that the replacing of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill with Roger Craig Smith as Batman and Troy Baker as Joker was wonderful. Troy Baker did an incredible job as the Joker, right? So once again, there was a giant time gap between City and Night, and so Origins was like our big placeholder. But there was another big placeholder through the form of an animated film called Batman Assault on Arkham, which I'm not going to show the trailer right now. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen it at this point. But it's a great film. I thought it was fun to experience the Arkham franchise in a 2D animated format, you know. And yes, that film is 100% canon to the Arkham universe. 100%. I don't care what anybody else says. That, along with this game, is canon.
That's actually a good. Actually, I think that might have been like the first anything Arkham really I actually watched or experienced.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. So it's kind of funny how for the longest time Harley Quinn was voiced by Tara Strong, who was Raven in Teen Titans, and then Hendon Walsh, who was Starfire, ended up playing her in Assault on Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, but we were all anticipating it. We were all waiting. That is until I forget. It was around 2014 when this trailer dropped. Give me one moment. Yeah, this is definitely it. Just a moment. I gotta put it back on the stage for a moment. Excuse me.
Gotham, this is your only warning. Abandon the city, or I will unleash your greatest fears.
The last will and testament of the deceased, Thomas Wayne. In the event of my death, I hereby declare that all my worldly possessions pass to my son, Bruce Wayne. Bruce, I ask that you honor the Wayne family legacy and commit yourself to the improvement of Gotham City, its institutions, and its citizens. Please, be strong. You are young, but destined for great things. Make the most of your opportunities. Use them to give back to a city that has given us so much.
One of my favorite
To change the lives of millions of people.
Ever.
Do not be frivolous with this wealth. Please do not waste it all on fast cars and outrageous clothes.
More agile than anything I've ever seen before. I love this team.
Invest in Gotham. Treat its people like family. Watch over them and use this money to safeguard them from forces beyond their control. My deepest regret is I will not see you grow into the good man I know you will become. And finally, my son, I ask that you never abandon this city to fate. We have lived through dark days, and no doubt there are more to come. But it is the good and great men who stand up for Gotham when others turn and run. In death, I will love you forever. Your father, Thomas.
Go.
Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
I think your mic's a little muffled. Either about it coming 2014. No, it didn't. It came out in 2015.
Yeah, it was delayed for further development. Is everything
Unfortunately,
okay?
Arkham Knight's, let's just say, even though it still definitely regards a really awesome game, I don't think it was able to reach.
It wasn't the case for PC players, unfortunately, at the time.
At the time, the PC port for Arkham Knight was an absolute embarrassment. Heck, even Angry Joe, I think, had his most angriest rant at the time, basically saying, like, what the fuck? Man, I paid $120 for all this stuff, and you can't even get it to work right.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But PC players like console gamers like myself were not having that issue. Like I got the game on PlayStation 4, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a fantastic experience. The story itself was predictable here and there, especially with the whole Jason Todd reveal and everything. Like, I didn't hate it though. I found it predictable, yes, but I didn't hate it. In fact, I actually enjoy this version of Jason Todd as opposed to getting killed off, being resurrected via Lazarus Pit from under the Red Hood. He was tortured beyond belief by the Joker, and having Joker fake his death, but instill immense hatred towards Batman. It was just like probably one of the most insane ideas ever constructed, and I thought it was handled pretty well. It shows the emotional balance of Jason Todd and Bruce and Joker. I thought it was really well handled, And as for the reveal of Mark Hamill's return as the Joker in Arkham Knight via hallucinations, of course, I didn't expect that. It just came the hell out of nowhere. Because, like, I remember at the time when Arkham City was released and when Joker died, Mark Hamill said that this was his last time playing as the Joker. I was young at the time. I didn't know if they were going to, if this was real or not, because Arkham Origins had Troy Baker as the Joker and Roger Craig Smith, and Assault on Arkham, the Joker is voiced by Troy Baker, but Batman was not voiced by Roger Craig Smith. Instead, it was actually voiced by Kevin Conroy, right? And I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of cool. Whatever, right? I didn't think too much of it at the time because I thought that Mark Hamill was actually going to be done playing as the Joker. That is until.
You're looking for the clip, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Give me one moment. Joker. Not Ochre, Joker. First reveal Arkham Knight. I'm just going to skip ahead. Right. He's putting vials of canisters to prevent Scarecrow's toxin. Yada, yada, yada.
Neutralizing agent deployed. Blast radius increased by 1,000%. 1,000%.
Alright, here it comes. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ah! What?
Miss me.
That came out of nowhere for many players, including especially myself. Like, I didn't even think that was going to be Mark Hamill, and I didn't think he was going to actually make a giant return like that.
When I first heard about that one or saw it, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What was the point of the death from Arkham City? However, the game actually, I will admit, is actually clever in that part because, well, the thing is, he actually is dead. But the thing is, he pretty much infected you with something that's slowly turning you into him. So, oh my fucking god. Rocksteady did the idea from Batman Beyond Return of the Joker.
Yeah, but instead of placing it in Tim Drake, he placed it in Bruce.
And it was more of like a chemical thing as opposed to a little microchip that turned him into Tim Drake into the Joker.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you that like Rocksteady was 100% in the game here. Like in terms of the story, it was like this is great. I love this. This is fantastic.
It's actually kind of clever because it's pretty much you can have the Joker, but the real one that we know is still technically dead. This is just kind of one that's slowly trying to take over your mind. So if for all we know, this is probably a different one, but just has the memories of the Joker.
And this is where the rant is about to officially come into play because, as you know, this past week we were given the unfortunate apparently Australians got early access to the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which I'm officially confirming that this is not a canon game. This is not canon at all whatsoever. Time for me to take the gloves off for now because I am about to get into full-blown rant mode, okay? So Australians got early access to the game, and like you can see the full story on YouTube right now, through and through, right? And they killed off Arkham Batman in the most disrespectful way humanly possible. And the reason why I say that this is a non-canon game is because of, number one, okay, I just gave you my full-blown history of what it was like playing these games, right? Like, this version of Batman is probably the most brutal, hardcore version of the character ever. He has saved Gotham City several times, 4 times, all in each game being in one night. One night. He's endured countless hardships. His mind was getting screwed around by both Joker and Scarecrow. He was poisoned in Arkham City. He had to deal with being on an island for an entire night. He had to survive 8 assassins on Christmas Eve. And this is during his 2nd year as Batman, right? And next thing you're going to tell me that a man who overcame an intense amount of fear toxin cannot overcome Brainiac? Seriously? And the way you make him go out is by being chained up by a park bench and getting your head blown off by Harley Quinn of all people. I haven't seen a more disrespectful death scene since Joel from The Last of Us Part 2. Because unlike, oh my god, and I want to preface by saying this, I'm not bringing Kevin Conroy at all at the moment because he agreed to take on this role. Plus, it's been confirmed that this is not his last official role.
Yeah, apparently he's doing something in called I Am the Night. I don't know if that's either an actual movie or if it's just an audiobook thing. But another one that actually is a movie is essentially an animated adaptation of the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline. And it's supposed to be 3 parts or more, and Kevin Conroy is supposed to be in part 3.
Yeah, and he's also playing a role in the Batman Cape Crusader animated series, show, movie. I don't know what that is, but
maybe. One thing that I also know, I know I'm jumping topics for a quick second, but Lance Reddick passed away sometime last year, and I thought he was pretty much not that much left. And then I was watching that Percy Jackson show on Disney Plus, which it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Out of nowhere, he's freaking there as Zeus. He actually did a pretty good job there too. Like, I legit did not know he was going to be in this film, because keep in mind, this show is actually a little bit more recent, like long after Lance Reddick passed away. But the fact that he just came right there at all is impressive.
And he's also set to reappear as the concierge from the John Wick movies in the spin-off film Ballerina.
Chances are kind of like how Lance Reddick probably still had some movies that he did legit work on that'll still pop up for like the next couple of months or at least the next year. It's probably safe to assume that the same might happen for Kevin Conroy. I mean, for all we know, he probably did one of his other voiceover roles that we don't know about.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about Kevin Conroy, because as you know, but this is his last video game role. And this is how you end his character? Seriously? And to prove my point that why this is not canon at all, okay? At the end of Arkham Knight, you are tasked to unleash the Nightfall Protocol, right? In order to unlock that, you have to make sure you complete every side mission possible, collecting all the Riddler trophies and the Riddler racetracks, Two-Face, Penguin, make sure every criminal, every supervillain is locked up in the GCPD precinct, and that's when you unlock the Nightfall Protocol, which basically means you have to fake your own death in order to protect your loved ones, right? I mean, yeah, he did fake his death, sure, but people think that Batman is dead and whatnot. It felt more cathartic to having to revert to being a known entity as Batman and being this. At the very end, you get this nightmare-looking creature of the night. You're bringing the myth of a creepy bat-like stalker preying on evil criminals back, and that was the whole point of the Nightfall Protocol. It's to keep doing what you're doing, but this time keeping your loved ones safe. And I thought that was a really good idea, you know? But then comes Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, and he's back into the public, and everybody knows he's Batman, and why would you come back? Why would you come back to the public when everybody knows who you fucking are? There's not even a point of him wearing the fucking mask. You know? There's no point in wearing this shit. Considering everybody knows who the fuck you are. It just goes to show that the people who worked on this fucking game is not the same Rocksteady. Rocksteady was much smarter than this. And every version of these DC characters, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, Batman, they are fucking dumb as bricks. I know that they're brainwashed by fucking Brainiac, but they're still dumb as bricks prior to being brainwashed by Brainiac, for crying out loud. This game does not exist. It's not canon. It's disrespectful. For me,
I mean, people are already asking for refunds from this game.
Yeah, refund. I believe it's up to 786% of refund searches online right now.
It's not even just what they did to Batman. And from what I heard, a lot of the other characters don't really have that much respect either. And even from a gameplay standpoint, it's just it's not even that freaking worth it.
It looks like a giant clusterfuck, and graphically, oh my god! This is made by the same developer, and yet, hold on, let me show you something.
Somehow it looks worse.
Nice.
Yeah, whenever it comes to me in gaming, even though I definitely still care about story with a lot of them, I usually also prefer gameplay because, well, that's usually what, if a game is at the very least fun, then that's usually what I go for. I mean, that's why I actually still enjoy playing a lot of old arcade games from the 80s.
Right. Check this out. Because this is fucking embarrassing.
This is a game from 2023.
Anymore?
Look at that.
As if Wayne didn't have enough expensive cars.
I'm just gonna say this. You say what you will about Arkham Knight, on whether or not it was the best Batman game or not. One thing you can't deny is graphically the game was amazing.
Yeah. What is this?
2015 was a good year for games too. We had Arkham Knight, we had Bloodborne, we had The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah, a whole bunch of shit. Wait, hold on. Why did that just look like the Just Cause grapple hook?
That's what I was thinking as well. Traversal feels more alive here compared to Suicide Squad.
And then Man-Bat or Joker just comes out of nowhere and spooks you. Stop it! I don't want to be the Batman. Sorry, I still remember from that honest trailer for Arkham Knight. That made me laugh. Actually, I'm hoping to get to Arkham City and Arkham Knight soon, because I get what the point for Arkham Asylum, but I think one problem, at least for me, was it kind of felt a little bit too tight on some parts. Like I don't mean tight as in like it was tightly knit. Tight as in not that much room to move around or even traverse. I get like some parts where it's like a little bit more linear, but I still kind of wish there was a little bit more movement. But thankfully, from what I see in City and Night, I'm gonna get exactly that.
Yeah, like, and you actually brought this up I think it was like a couple days ago that like I'm not a fan of this game either, but Gotham Knights treated the death of Batman in that game far better with more honor and respect than Arkham Batman. And that,
by the way, I actually got a bit of a question. It's not much, but where the fuck was Dick Grayson or Jason Todd in this universe?
Apparently, oh my
like what? Like I wonder how they're gonna feel to the fact that
I saw a cutscene where they're looking at a hologram recording of Batman, and let me just say this: the character model of Batman in this game looks amazing. Okay, I just want to point that out.
Okay, was it the Arkham Knight Batman looking Batman, or it was technically
no? It's its own version. Like it's meant for this game, which is why I'm considering this non-canon, because apparently in this game, fucking Batman kills Nightwing. I don't know what to do here.
Wait, I thought they killed Tim Drake.
I thought it was not. Who cares? Who cares? This game's not canon. Okay, it's not canon at all. Like there's so much disrespect towards these characters that, like, I just gave you a 15-year history lesson on my experience with the Arkham franchise, and I'm not. I need to move on from this. I need to try to move on from this. I'll always play these games. I'll always cherish them. I'm not gonna. I'm boycotting. I'm calling it a boycott for.
Thankfully, a lot of other people, especially in the Arkham community, from my scene, are not happy with the game whatsoever, and are rightfully calling it out at best, and at worst, refunding the game. Like again, when a game is so bad that they won't even acknowledge its canonicity. I don't even know if that's actually the right term, but then that means you fucked up. I mean, even IGN. I just saw IGN make a video that says Arkham Batman deserved better. When even like full-blown game publications are saying you fucked up, you know it's an issue. And unfortunately,
we have our own issues. We all have our issues with a lot of game publication networks out there. But this is the one time we're all in universal agreement. This is not how you fucking do it.
And the thing is, for this game, it doesn't even have the good gameplay to like stand on. Like even for someone to say that the story might be shit, but at least it's fun to play. This doesn't even have that distinction. It doesn't even defend. It fails on a story level. It fails on its legacy. It fails on a gameplay level. It's just an all-around failure.
It really, really is. And yeah, big surprise. We're not going to be streaming this piece of shit anytime soon. Ever.
I mean, heck, for me, I've never played most of the Arkham games, but I still hold Batman, especially Kevin Conroy, very close to my heart, so I'm not wasting my fucking money on this.
So, for me and everyone else that is a diehard fan of Arkham and thought that this game was shit and disrespectful and is considering this non-canon, his story ended in 2015. Okay?
He died in 2015.
He died in 2015. Like, what
The
happened
guy
at the end
that
of
the
the
Batman
game?
that they killed is a multiverse one. Which spoilers. Then again, I don't think anyone cares. Apparently, they do talk about the multiverse a little bit. So for all we know, the Batman we see in this game is probably a different one.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Open that can
Let's
of fucking worms.
multiverse as an excuse. So, yeah, fuck it. You know what? For Arkham Batman, he died in 2015. What happened at the end of Arkham Knight with the Nightmare Bat that appears at the end? That's just his spirit preying on the criminals of Gotham. Okay, but Lois Lane from the Arkhamverse, I guess, made a little bit of a tribute honoring Bruce Wayne / Batman. So this is actually made by a tribute by a TikToker by the name of Comics Unhinged. He had the same response that we all had when it comes to this fucking piece of shit. But his tribute, let's just say it's gonna fucking move you. So let's do this.
From all reports, it seems that Batman is gone. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne, everyone knew him. Everyone knew his voice. Always prepared, he left a communication with the Daily Planet in the event of... Well, it reads... When I put on the cowl, it became a symbol. But I never stopped being Bruce Wayne, citizen of Gotham. Remember that we are all handed adversity in our lives. No one's journey is easy. It's how we handle that. How we help others that makes us unique. That's what the Batman will always stand for. Metropolis. We'll get through this. And Batman, goodbye. You will be missed, but never forgotten.
It's okay. Just let it out.
Okay. Yeah, I needed that. Hey, what's up, Captain Nemo? Welcome back.
Do you need a minute or something?
No, I'm good.
But yeah, just whoever's currently. I think I even saw legit comments. That's pretty much my thoughts. Like, I understand the prequels weren't perfect, but I still legit thought they were really good, and I will still stand by that. I actually think Revenge of the Sith is actually better than Return of the Jedi, in my opinion. And plus, in terms of like the overall world, and because of like shows like Star Wars: The Clone Wars, I actually legit like the prequel era just as much as the original trilogy. So at this point, I pretty much consider the sequel trilogy not canon.
You know what? I might give Forspoken another shot someday. Not now, obviously.
I'm
but,
probably not going to bother because not only am I just not interested, but I've already got a bunch of other games still stuck on my backlog I got to do.
I'll probably give it a shot. A second shot, because I did play a little bit of it. That is true. That is absolutely true.
It could be worse. You could be playing Gollum.
Oh, don't get me started on that piece of garbage. Or it could be even worse.
The day before?
Yeah. What was
it was so bad it got pulled, and it was the biggest scam ever.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, those are my. I wanted to get that out there. It was just like a complete disrespect to the character, not the actor. The actor is
Stop turning people into egg.
I hate you. I want to see if this thing actually fits me. Give me one moment.
The missile knows where it is at all
Oh,
times.
definitely.
It
I'll
knows
just
this
put up
because
the,
it knows where it isn't.
Thanks for that.
Iltam
Anyway.
Sumra Rashupti Ilatim.
Anyway, enough talking about Batman for a change. I spent virtually the first hour talking about this. So let's see what else we need to cover here. Right. TikTok and Universal Music Group really.
Okay, now this situation is bizarre to me. I'm not gonna say like I'm a big fan of TikTok. Like I haven't. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I've tried using the site myself, and I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Which is why I mostly just stick to YouTube. But basically, what happened was I'm guessing some sort of deal kind of fell through, and now any song that's essentially includes a song by an artist that's from Universal Music Group is, as far as I know, the videos have been muted. And so when I heard about this, I was like, what the fuck? This seems familiar. Because, well, let me tell a story for the younger children in the audience. Basically, back in the early days of YouTube, I believe during the late 2000s especially, there were a lot of cases where some music people from like Universal Music Group, or particularly Warner Music Group, was essentially copywriting a lot of videos for some of their songs, and one of the things that happened to a lot of them was they flat out muted the video, or at best had to try to make users use some songs that were not copyrighted, or at the very least ones that were a little bit more like appropriate. And by appropriate, I mean a lot of songs were played by Dreamscape 009 Sound System, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, Drowning Pool Bodies, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it was pretty freaking prevalent around the late 2000s, especially around 2008, 2010. So seeing this situation is bizarre because I'm like, wow, I have not seen a situation like this in eons.
Yeah, like it kind of also reminds me of what happened with Spider-Man and the MCU a few years back. This is basically how Spider-Man No Way Home became known. As you all should remember, back when it was pretty much a month after Far From Home, Sony and Marvel announced that they're going to be parting ways, that the MCU is not going to be part of the MCU anymore, and obviously the world got into a bit of an uproar because Spider-Man is not being in the MCU. And so Tom Holland came to both Sony and Marvel Studios and came to come up with a brand new deal so that No Way Home would be a thing. So you should thank Tom Holland for why No Way Home became a hit, you know. But as for TikTok, now, I had people hold on. Had to people tell me last night that they're now returning to Twitch as they're fed up with TikTok. That's why I had trouble last night streaming because of the flood of users. Wow.
Well,
crazy.
I'll say this. Raj, if you were worried about the whole Twitch situation, whether or not I was going to survive, well, this TikTok inadvertently saved you.
I guess. The problem is, like, I don't have an issue with TikTok. I mean, I use TikTok from time to time just for making stupid-ass videos here and there. But I mostly go on it to support, like, cosplayers here and there because, like, they just to showcase their talents and whatnot. And you do use a lot of music to help promote their designs and whatnot. For example, we got one named Rain Emery. She does a lot of her own original designs, and the fact that she's not going to be able to use a lot of music from Universal is just kind of unnecessarily and it's not just for her, but a lot of independent artists as well. They're not going to get paid they're not going to get the formalities that they require because Universal and TikTok, they cannot come up to some sort of an agreement. It's just kind of insane to think about, like you have incredible talented artists and you're not going to allow them to have any exposure at all. Worst of all, instead of just flat out, like, how much you want to bet that majority of my videos or Captain Nemo's videos like has a bunch of fucking audio featuring a bunch of iconic songs that are from the Universal Music. Like Captain Nemo had to either delete or try to replace certain cues of audio, like for at least like according to Captain Nemo, he spent like an hour or two just trying to fix up his TikTok. Like yesterday, he didn't sleep well. No, not yesterday. The day before, like pretty much the day the copyright muting began, he couldn't sleep at all because he had to get that stupid situation sorted out. It pissed him off and left him in a pretty pissy mood on Thursday. Like, you're pissing off a lot of people with this shit, man. Like, it's really unnecessary. Come up with some sort of deal. Yeah, small-time music artists just lost their promotion platform. They fucking did. Whether if you like TikTok or not, you cannot deny that it helped expose a lot of independent artists. And, like, they need to make money. And we're living in an age where making money digitally these days is getting really, really fucking difficult. And TikTok and Universal Music isn't helping. They got to come up with an arrangement. They got to come up with a deal fast, like really, really fast. Otherwise, other platforms like YouTube and whatnot. Yeah, Captain Nemo got fed up to the point where he started deleting his videos. See? It's fucking ridiculous, man. You cannot do that to your fucking people. Come up with an agreement right fucking now. This is just insane. All right. And I'm speaking on behalf of the small time independent artists because we're also considered small. We're trying to grow here, and you're not allowing that. Not allowing us to grow. How dare you? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's outright unnecessary.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Do you have the audio cue for that?
Unfortunately not.
You have something similar?
No.
What do you mean, no? God damn it! Anyway.
You know the difference between a wimp and a man like me? Your mama.
Oh! Anyway.
All right then, motherfucker.
Anyway. Hey, guess what?
Okay, I'm done.
You sure?
Attention restaurant customers. Testicles. That is all.
Go. Let's do this shit.
Oh boy, this ought to be fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yep.
Also, when it comes to the Sonic movies, the first one was actually a really big surprise, especially since they actually listened to the fans and fixed Sonic's design. The second one, even if the middle meandered a little bit, was a much needed improvement, and I loved seeing Tails and Knuckles together. And I feel like Dr. Eggman went even more insane. And now I'm curious to see how this one goes. And I think you were actually with me when we saw Sonic 2 in theaters for my birthday. You saw like the whole audience like losing their shit when Shadow appeared at the end.
speaking of Shadow, there is we're catering on rumor mill at this point, but can we all agree that that laugh was basically Hayden Christensen?
I thought Shadow doesn't laugh though.
Maybe not. We'll see. Robotic or Shadow? I want to say it's Shadow, but at the same time, I think it could. No, wait, hold on. No. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? But I wouldn't mind seeing Hayden Christensen as Shadow. To be honest with you, I think that would be a fun. I remember someone said that it was going to be Christian Bale as Shadow. I'm like,
oh my god, hearing the Batman voice in that one, what the hell?
Okay, it could be.
In terms of laugh, I would probably say it's robotic.
Oh, hold on. That's right. You mentioned. Hold on. Find it. Are you? That. Hold on. I got to pull up something real quickly. So he mentioned last night. I hate them. So he mentioned last night via text that he figured out one of the characters is in Sonic 3, as it is Groundhog's Day. Real clever Paramount. They revealed more cast members, but some have unnamed roles to play. Alia Brown, who is this young blonde girl, she is probably going to be Maria Robotnik.
Right, the little girl that Chad was trying to protect.
Yep, and Kirsten Ritter, who is known for playing Jessica Jones in the MCU, she's also cast in Sonic 3. The only question is, who is she playing? Is she
Actually, here's another question I just realized.
What?
Who's to say that they're human? Because keep in mind, Sonic does have a lot of other characters. For all we know, freaking Rouge the Bats or
I was just about to say Rouge the Bats or
might show up too.
Or hell, Amy Rose. See, but I looked at the IMDb. Look, you know what? Let's jump on over to IMDb real quickly, okay? Let's see who the fuck is in this movie. Sonic 3 IMDb. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So we got, Jim Carrey's back. Surprise, surprise, he's back. Yay. Let's be honest here, we all saw that coming.
Later, hater.
What? Hello? Not sure if this is true or not.
Oh, hold on. Click up. Wait, it says Shadow the Hedgehog. Are you? What does that say?
Oh, it says rumored. It's heavily rumored. It looks like we don't have any photos or quotes yet, but this is clearly a rumor.
See what happens. That actually is the. Also, quick side note: the Vision Pro is a fucking overpriced piece of shit. It's not worth it. I'm just saying it's not fucking worth it. Like $3,500. Fucking seriously, you're better off just getting a high-end gaming PC.
We're not gonna talk about the Vision Pro. Leave Apple out for a moment.
I know. I was just doing it quickly. Just
moving on. Let's see who else we got. We got Ben Schwartz, Sonic. Yep. See, Alia Brown, Maria. Wait a minute. Yep, that's Maria. That's Maria Robotnik for you. Holy shit.
Hold on, can you go back?
What?
Holy shit, she looks just like her.
Well, Alia?
Yeah.
Perfect casting, I guess. James Walk. Notice how the Tom's wife from the first two movies is not here. That's interesting.
You sure? I'm looking on Wikipedia and she's on there. Do I look like I need your power?
No, not that Sonic 3. Okay, alright, so maybe she's not playing a major role this time around.
Also, a bit of a heads up, this is only going to be part 1, and then part 2 is going to come out, and it'll essentially be Sonic and Shadow. Kind of like what happened with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles.
Wait, what?
No, not really. I was just doing a bit of a joke, because that's what happened with those games back in the 90s. Gotcha.
Oh, hi, Lucio! How are you?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Now you've done it.
Oh no.
So yeah, so that's the official discussion on Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would go like too ballistic or something with like multiple characters. Like the only new ones I think would be okay adding is Amy, Rouge, Shadow, and I guess either Gamma or Omega if you want to try. From Sonic Adventures or Sonic Heroes.
You're okay. You're okay,
no,
Rouge.
You're good.
Honestly, and personally, I'm trying to keep my expectations low for any new movie coming out or any game for that matter. Look what the fuck happened with
Keep your expectations low, and you'll never be disappointed.
Yeah, but I also, as much as I enjoy these Sonic movies, I really do. I love them all, but I don't want there to be another movie after this. I think after 3, I'm good. We're good. We don't need another Sonic movie. I know that there's going to be a Knuckles TV show on Paramount Plus.
I do hope they piss on the moon. Yes, I will be referencing that freaking fan dub. I pissed on the moon, you idiot!
I'm seconds away from removing you from the stage.
You've been trolled, yes, you've probably been told. Don't reply to this.
Anywho, I'm fucking around, man.
Fucking worth it. Hey, being an artist is like showbiz. You have to know your audience.
You see what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with? How dare you?
Also, Snoop, as usual, I see.
What?
Snoop, as usual, I see. Snooping as usual, I see.
Anyway.
Fuck you.
Okay.
But yeah, especially since at the Game Awards, as shit it was, the one highlight I did see that was awesome was they were going to be bringing back a lot of their older games. Like Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi. Makes me wonder if Power Stone might be a thing too.
Yeah, like they... How much you would have bet that if Microsoft, and let's be real, they are going to fall hard. How much you want to bet that Sega is going to make a comeback in the console space?
wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
Because say what you want, but Sega is willing to take risks these days. I mean, after all, they made a successful 2 movies. 2.
And I think they also might bring Virtua Fighter back. And they're making bank with their Yakuza games.
Mm-hmm. In other news, this past week was the latest Sony's State of Play. Look, I'm not a fan of these State of Plays. I think they're completely unnecessary. They're completely pointless. And I'm just going to flat out and say this. I am not a fan of the Death Stranding games. I love Kojima, but I'm not a fan of him, honestly.
I mostly just watch those State of Plays just to see if there's any like remote surprises.
Trust me, there's nothing worth it. Like, here's my problem with the State of Play. Like, you see, Nintendo Direct is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Like, make legit announcements and updates for their upcoming projects. But with Sony, however, what they're doing is just like...
There's a Nintendo Direct next week.
What? What?
What
time?
Hold on. I'm not sure if it actually is confirmed, but there's a chance it might come out this month.
Hold on. Next Nintendo Direct.
It says leakers tease Nintendo Direct for next week.
Watch out, February 24. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I hope they announce more Metroid Prime remasters because I absolutely love the first one. I would definitely love to see Metroid Prime 2 Echoes and Corruption with the same treatment.
You know, maybe I'll see if we can actually if there is a direct. I'm not sure if he'll stream it or not. That's my only question here. If we'll be able to stream that. But I do want, like, when we end up getting another showcase. We're going to get a showcase this year because E3 is dead. Finally, dead for like 3 years now. Like last year, 2023 was the confirmation that it was dying, so to speak. So the big things was Death Stranding 2 and Sonic Generation Shadow. Don't forget Silent Hill 2. They had a massive update on the remake for Silent Hill 2, and I am actually looking forward to this one. I'm a big fan of horror, and this game looks incredible. It legit looks incredible. I think Konami has taken their hardships pretty hard since Metal Gear Solid 5, because nobody talks about that other piece of shit. Yeah, what is that exactly? Is it like a legit game or what? What am I doing with this stuff?
Yeah, there is one, and it's mostly just from what I looked. I'll admit I'm not the biggest Silent Hill guy, but I do want to try Silent Hill 2 out.
Yeah, same. Like I think to be honest with you, I'd rather deal with Silent Hill than Resident Evil. Resident Evil is a little straightforward, with zombies. Silent Hill is more ambiguous with its subject matter, which is why I want to check it out.
By the way, back to Sonic quickly. You know what's interesting? They almost usually try to keep having Sonic as the main character, but now they're actually making Shadow like the main player, or at least have his own storyline in Sonic Generations remastered. I don't know. I thought that was a little bit interesting that they're actually trying to have you play as someone else for once.
Yep. Well,
I'm just gonna say it. I hope they have the song "I Am All of Me" because say what you will about that game, Shadow the Hedgehog, the one where he has a freaking gun. That song is actually awesome. But I'm sorry. As much as that, I do like that song. I'm sorry. It's Shadow the Hedgehog probably being edgy and using a freaking gun. That is the most like 2000s edgy boy I've ever seen in my life. That's why it's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog. Sorry.
Shadow the Hedgehog. No. God damn it, Barb. Oh my god. Oh, we're making good progress here so far. Now this is the time where I'm just gonna show off some pretty goofy ass videos for us for a little bit, and then I'll shut the stream down, and this will be done for now. So, go ahead. What would you like to discuss?
Huh?
Anthony says he has another topic he would like to discuss. Pray tell, my good friend. Oh, God damn it, the cat. Let's see what we got here. A study was shown at
Gen Z and millennials.
Okay.
I think he's typing for the rest.
All right. I'm gonna let you type it out first. In the meantime, we're just gonna look at rewriting jingles for major companies by Daniel Thrasher.
Sustainable phones for sustainable homes, made by kids overseas. Buy our weird little tablets, please. We're literally begging you. Let's cancel people after they die because it's fun. Don't worry, we won't tell anyone you came. You're disgusting. Our receipts are long because they contain unanswered prayers from hell.
Anyways, people in their 30s and 40s are shopping for 90s merchandise, and it's true, right? Been rebuking Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles products.
Rip. That's interesting. Actually, then I'm yeah.
Wait, hold on. How does this tie in with millennials or Gen Z?
Gen Zs don't do shit while millennials are keeping their past alive, basically.
I think so. Well, both 80s and 90s. Well, that probably explains why people keep going for like the 80s and 90s. Honestly, and look, I understand there were some rough patches here and there in that decade, but I still stand by that the 2000s was actually really good too. We had like awesome toys, the best cartoons, video games were awesome.
I would say 2000s was the last decade where toys were a fucking thing.
Also, just get this one out of the way. Music was also actually good in that decade.
Yep.
But yeah, this is really interesting because, well, I still actually remember seeing like a lot of old 90s toys and other things. So actually kind of seeing people kind of talk about some of the Power Rangers ones, old Lego sets and so forth. I'm like, I already had these when I was like 5. Because I was born in 94, so unfortunately I couldn't really experience the full entirety of the 90s. I got just enough that was just garbage. And it was actually pretty cool.
You want to know something? You want to know why I have something like this?
Large man.
I have this.
For God's sake, I still have my Super Nintendo.
Yep. I have this because, well, I want to keep the notion that shit like this still exists. Toys still exist. I normally keep this as a more or less a trophy, so to speak, but you get the idea. But yeah, I agree. The '90s was a time where we was carefree and happy compared to nowadays. Like, yeah, I would say '90s and 2000s. 2010s, yep.
2010,
2020.
looking back, was kind of all over the place, but there were actually some good things during that decade. 2020 so far is a fucking mess.
Nobody cares about the 2020s.
Unless
Well,
they somehow
you know
pull a
how-
180 and make the late 2020s actually decent, nobody's gonna have fun memories for a second. Unless
you
the
want to know what I'm going to call the 2020s? You know how the 1920s was referred to as the Roaring 20s?
yeah.
I'm referring 2020s, the Raging 20s. What we do now is rage.
Oh, you were.
But let's be real. All we do now these days is just rage over bullshit.
Disgusting.
Don't make me take you off the stage again.
What? Also was disgusting. What are you talking about?
Where you came?
My boy.
I'm not going to continue with that Daniel Thrasher video right now. Just like that. You good? You done? Anyway. So, are you done? You good?
Don't blame me.
It's not Ant's fault. Precisely my what?
Yeah, my refund is 1,600.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, I think he's talking about the tax return.
Oh, okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad.
I guess it's just what my tax returns for this year are going to be.
I haven't received mine yet either. So I'd rather keep like stuff like tax returns and all that personally. I don't want to like rub my loop just in case. Okay. I'm gonna keep my personal stuff personal and like as much as possible, like tax returns and whatnot. I don't want to put too much emphasis on that. Let's see here. What else is there to talk about? No, you know what? I think it's best I leave that for next weekend. Yeah, next weekend I have something really exciting to announce, but I still have to work out some kinks here and there. It's an announcement for another announcement. But it's just anything else? How has your week been doing so far, Steve? Just in general.
It's mostly just been like really long. I've been like driving into New York almost every single day just to take care of some deployments. I mean, I know it's part of my job, but I swear to God, like doing it every single, like at least before, it was usually only a few, maybe like once or twice a week, or sometimes 3. This was nearly every single day for yesterday. And look, I understand that they're able to reimburse me back, but it's still annoying to pretty much have to drive in there almost every single day.
Yeah, I get that. But Death Stranding 2, I am looking forward to seeing where the story goes.
After Loop? What?
If I get the chance, I'll probably. I need to get a copy of Death Stranding again. Just because it's been a while.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the Metal Gear.
I'll stream it. That's what I'm saying. I'll stream Death Stranding, but just not right now. I'm already in the middle of 3 high-profile games right here, so I'm gonna just stick with that for now. But as for me, and it's primarily the reason why I haven't been able to join you, Captain Nemo, during your streams this past week, and possibly for next week as well, because I just one of my coworkers who was already out for 2 weeks wanted a 2-week extra PTO extension. Like, are you serious right now? Like, I can't even get more than, I only can get like 5 days of PTO, let alone 2 weeks. This guy's been out for a month. I mean, like, the first 2 weeks were like we were just getting like, you know, replacements here and there. But this past week, I had to work directly with my boss because he did not want to just keep on relying on these other guys because they had their own set schedules. You know, like I mean, working with them is fine and all, but it prevents me from like going on YouTube, putting on random YouTube videos during the closing hours of my shift, or having to join Captain Nemo for his streams, and it's just really aggravating. Like, I tried my best to join last night via my personal account for your stream of RoboCop last night, but I couldn't do much. I couldn't say much. I couldn't type much in the chat, and that's what really aggravated me this past week. Because of a freaking coworker wanting 2 weeks extra. Like, really? Why? Why do you need 2 weeks extra? Is it that necessary? You're already gone for 2 weeks. Crying out loud. He's not getting any other PTO this year. He's not going to get any other sick time for crying out loud. He wasted it all. Meanwhile, I only went like once this year alone, and that was for freaking the Disney run. And I had an excuse to go. Thank you! So that's my big frustration of this past week, having to deal with that nonsense.
How's that guy even still working over there?
I don't know! I legit don't know! And keep in mind, this is the same guy that screwed me over back in 2021. Okay, let me go back to 2021, okay? I filled out PTO for the first time in 2021 just to visit Los Angeles, California, where we were going to experience Avengers Academy, which I'm not sure how it is now. I'm sure it's a little bit better compared to when it first debuted. But we went on the first year, and it wasn't worth it. Personally, it honestly wasn't worth it at all. There were some good ideas here and there. Like, I
thought Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout was awesome.
Yeah, but like, the Avengers Campus was kind of, it felt a little underwhelming in my opinion, but that's besides the point. I was granted PTO for that for like, I think it was like 5 days or whatever. No, it was 4 days. But the weekend before our trip, we have this Indian festival called Gunpati, right? And it's almost every September, and it's supposed to represent giving goodwill and prosperity for the coming year. You know what I mean? And I wanted to be. I would like every year. I would have to be with my family for that, but unfortunately, I didn't have enough PTO to request off on that particular day, and it was a Saturday. And this is around the time when I actually did work on Saturdays through and through. You know, nowadays it's a little bit different. There will be certain Saturdays where I will have to work, like next Saturday. Today, I'm free. I'm free today, tomorrow, and Monday. Thank God. But next weekend, I will be working, just so you're aware. But back then, every Saturday I was working. And we had our festivities on Saturday all through and through, right? So, like, I asked if it's possible if I can take this day off because I have it was a family religious festival, and they denied it, saying that I already filed for PTO already. Just stick with that for now. And I'm like, all right, fine. I've accepted it because according to my family, work is a form of worship. And I'm like, okay, that's actually a really interesting thought for me. And just so you're aware, what we're essentially celebrating, that right there, see Gunpati, the elephant deity right there, the one that I'm pointing to, that is what we worship every September. I mean, we worship it almost every day, but this is around the time where, like, it's basically a holiday in a way, where we have to come together and, like, treat him as if he was a guest We offer him goods, clothing, all that, a place to stay. So we're treating him like a guest, and in return, he grants us prosperity, right? So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it because of work reasons, right? But here's the thing: this coworker offered to switch shifts with me just a couple of days prior, where I do his overnight and he does my 3 to 11. Okay? And I'm like, okay, cool. Just make sure you let the bosses know that this is going to be a thing, and we'll get right to it. And I informed my other coworker, Brian. Steve, you met Brian at that bar, remember?
Yeah.
He was my witness to this conversation, right? And so, come on the day of the festival and whatnot, and I'm in my my Indian clothes and whatnot, like getting ready for the festivities and whatnot. And then I get a call from my boss saying that, "Where are you? You're supposed to be at work." And I don't know. I'm going to be doing the overnight, and he's supposed to do my shift, and he never showed. He never showed, meaning that he was just talking out of his ass. I have no idea what the hell he was doing. So I came in an hour late to work because of a fucking asshole. I got reprimanded by my boss at the time, and thank God for Brian. He stood up for me. He stood up. That good coworker. He stood up for me.
Question. How have you not punched him?
Because I did not want to get fired. But I did block his number off of my contacts list because I'm not contacting, and I'm not offering any favors from him anymore. I never have, never will. So he's essentially a lost cause. And keep in mind, I'm the only one of okay, there are a total of 2 security officers on duty every shift. Okay, and when we're operating, no, I have to put in my normal uniform and go to work with that uniform. I couldn't get into my Indian attire, otherwise it would be deemed inappropriate, but whatever. So I went to work an hour late with my regular uniform intact, and I just did my job. I was offering to stay a little extra, an hour extra, because of the missed out, hour work, because of an asshole that doesn't know how to keep a promise, clearly. And that pissed me off. That pissed me off beyond belief. And thank God for Brian. Holy cow. He really stuck up for me. But I'm
Good thing that he did.
Yeah. But I'm not dealing with that nonsense anymore. I don't trust him. I legit do not trust him. He does some things here and there, but majority of my time at my job, I'm doing everything. It literally feels like he is literally one of the laziest motherfuckers ever. Like, oftentimes, it seemed like he was talking to me, but in reality, he's on his Bluetooth device talking to whoever the fuck he's talking to on the phone. Like, dude, you're at your job. Put the phone down. You know? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I cannot stand this guy. Like, almost virtually everybody cannot stand him who works with him. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a no-win situation with this guy. You know, I'm doing 2 jobs on my work. Wait, really? So you're normally a greeter at Walmart, right? What else do you do? Oh, right. I know what you're doing. You're the greeter guy, and you're doing cashier work or something? Yeah. Yeah, security greeter by 9 out of 10. 9 times out of 10, and I'm doing Garden Central work. Okay. I see. What else is going on? The day the music died. What? Yep. Thankfully, my time at my job right now it's not bad. I've learned to tolerate it, but when it comes to coworkers like this, I just that I will never ever let it slide at all. So I refuse to keep his contact on my phone. I refuse to because you screwed me over. I'm not that easy to forgive, to be honest. I'm not a forgiving person. You screw me over, you're off the list. Get out of here. Get away from me. But unfortunately, I have to work with them almost every 3 to 11 when I do operate. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the case. I that's the life I have to live with right now. But I am very doubtful that he'll actually return through and through. But we'll see. Anyway, I think we did enough today.
Yeah, I think we kind of got our topics, and I think it's gonna get a little bit tighter or something.
Yep. So I will be streaming later tonight at 11:45. Bless you. Jeez.
Sorry.
I will be streaming at 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard / 10:45 Central for some more Cyberpunk. So if anybody wants to join me later tonight, please do. Do check out Captain Nemo Gaming for his later streams later today. Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. What are you doing?
I don't know, just using like a necklace as like a pendulum.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. What is the schedule today? He'll be streaming Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, both at 3:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then at 8:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. So do go check him out later today if he is still going to do the 3:30 p.m. stream. Yeah, and tomorrow is my day off. I'm not going to be. There will be no streams, nothing, but I will be back on Monday as well for the usual 10 Central / 11 Eastern for more Cyberpunk. So until then, y'all take it easy. You all stay safe.
Thank you all for joining.
What?
I said thank you all for joining.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you all for joining. And for those who are just sticking around for just the podcast, we'll see you next week. And if anybody who's seen last week's episode, you can actually view it now on YouTube. So, yeah, thank you all for joining, and have a great day, everybody.
Catch you later, guys.